What up, everybody? Tariq learned the hard way that in the game there is no one you can trust and that everyone is only out for themselves. More or less, this is a general life lesson not to put too much trust in man. And now, after being betrayed by his girl and his best friend, he knows that there's no friends in the game either. Kanan should have taught him that one, and might had if Tariq didn't set him up to die. But in this episode, Tariq definitely made me proud, letting just a little bit of that St. Patrick anger out. Do y'all remember how Ghost used to intimidate people when he was angry? That was a scary man when he was angry, and someone you definitely didn't want to make mad. Of course, unlike Tariq, Ghost was raised in the streets, brought up to be a gangster, and could bench press like 400 plus pounds. But if you want to make Tariq mad, lie to him and withhold the truth from him, this is the whole thing that made him resent his parents growing up, is not because they were drug dealers and murderers, but the fact they lied to him and never told him the truth about where they grew up. As we were watching Tariq grow up in OG Power, Tasha always told him not to let anyone from the school or counseling or wherever else know too much about the family. When she first told Tariq this, Tariq replied, "So you want me to lie?" And several times after this, Tariq spoke these exact words, "Just like you taught me," to his mom. He unknowingly saved his own life and bonded with Kanan by saying, "I hate my dad. He's such a liar." We didn't know at the time that Kanan likely felt a way about this and could be part of the reason why he connected so much with Tariq, because he was also lied to and deceived as a child by his mama, Rock. Now, after learning Effie and Brayden had been lying to him for months about Lauren, Tariq finally decides to put a plan together. And we all know that Tariq is very smart and always has good ideas, but has a track record of being easily deceived and too trusting. But I have a feeling once Tariq starts playing chess and stops letting people play him, he gonna be checkmating everybody. First off, after finding out that Lauren was still alive, he had to use Power Law 3, conceal your intentions, with both Brayden and Effie. So his angle was that he found out that the feds were investigating this and that he is the lead suspect. Which is still true at the same time though. In doing this, Tariq is utilizing Power Law 4, also, always say less than necessary. Tariq said only enough to get the truth out without leading on that Lauren is alive. He did this by beating the brakes off of Brayden. Pretty good. I'll give him a B for that beatdown. Then he took Effie to Lauren's crime scene and scared the hell out of her, broke up with her, and told her to find her own way back. I got love for Effie and all, but I'll give that breakup a A+. If you want to break up with someone who did you wrong, I repeat, who did you dirty, now that's how you do it. Then we get to my favorite part of the whole episode. Tariq plays Obi and his men to get Grandma Estelle out of town and reunited with Tasha and Yaz, utilizing Power Law 8. Make other people come to you, use bait if necessary. Tariq had a bag that appeared to be a bag of money and a train ticket to leave the country, knowing Noma's people are keeping tabs on him after the last episode. So Obi had to concentrate his forces to prevent Tariq from leaving the country. In the meantime, Estelle was at Tamika Washington's office, ready to reunite with Tasha and Yaz in witness protection. Only for Obi to find out the bag was full of Noma's product, and he just stopped Tariq from making an important drop. Who else noticed how Obi reacted when Tariq told Obi that he was going to tell Noma that he was messing up? Obi was ready to kill Tariq for saying that. This is something Tariq should have peeped and can use to his advantage in the future, utilizing Power Law 39, stir up waters to catch fish. Now that Tariq got Big Mama out of town and safe, Tariq is in the position Milan told Tommy Egan was the best place to be. no attachments, and nothing to lose. And now that Tariq got rid of his thumbscrew, he has leveled the playing field with Noma. I would have been pissed off if something happened to Estelle Green. Tariq tried cutting both Effie and Brayden out of the business, but Brayden's role in the business was too big and he played his hand against Tariq, so he had no choice but to let Brayden back in. But now that Tariq really knows how ugly the game is, he's going to try to find his way out by finding out who Noma's daughter is and use her as leverage. Last week we discussed the possibilities of the girl in the picture being either Effie or Kiki, but after this episode I'm starting to lean towards the possibility that she is a new character we haven't been introduced to yet. I feel like it could still be Effie, but I'm not seeing it as Kiki anymore at all though. Effie gave us a little insight into her background when Tariq was asking for the truth and talked about her mom. But like I said, if Effie is Noma's daughter, she was likely adopted at a young age, so this story doesn't change much. As for Kiki, I've said before that she reminds me a lot of Tasha St. Patrick, and even more now after this episode, how she asked Brayden for a cut in exchange for creating a paper trail so that Tejada's money could look clean. I've said it 1,000 times that Brayden using his family's firm as a way to clean his drug money is a huge mistake that might end up costing the Westons and causing them to lose everything. But Kiki obviously wasn't who gave Noma the tip of Tariq going to Italy. After we saw how those men were following him, Noma's people are basically keeping tabs on his every move. But I've been saying it on repeat ever since Obi threatened Estelle in episode 3. Ghost would have come up with a plan. Ghost would have come up with a plan. And it might have taken some time, but like father, like son, and Tariq got a plan. It took Ghost 3 seasons before he was finally able to take out Lobos after setting him up to get arrested, sending a hitter to take out Lobos in prison and making it look like the Jimenez, but failed before finally putting the bullet in Lobos when he escaped from prison. Only to find out that Milan had been playing him the whole time, but it only took a few episodes to murk Milan after plotting like crazy the entire time. But it was actually Tommy Egan's plan that took out Milan. Ghost was finally out of the game, still had all kinds of problems, but out of the life. That is until being drafted by Jason in season 5. So Ghost started plotting on Jason, getting Diego Jimenez killed in the process, finally setting Jason up to look at a legit property, but Tommy wasn't down, thinking Ghost killed Keisha, so Ghost had to kill Jason with a wire. I also said Obi would not have threatened Diana like he did to Kane in front of Monet, without Monet making her own plan to take out Noma and Obi. Monet has already taken out 2 connects herself in just 2 seasons. With that being said, I do expect Tariq to enlist the help of Monet at some point in his mission to take out Noma. I've said it repeatedly that Monet is a master chess player who always stays 2 moves ahead. Someone told me that Monet is not a chess player, that she is easy to read. Maybe to the viewers, but Rico, Mecca, Whitman, and Lorenzo would all like a word with anyone who thinks Monet isn't a chess player. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.